Hey there, quirky peeps! I am your host, Anna, and today we'll be pitting two siblings against each other. It was just sad to lose Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa in the way we did. He was supposed to be the centerpiece of Wakanda Forever, and Shuri may have become the new Black Panther by the end of Black Panther 3. But it has happened much sooner, and it's needless to say that things were handled in a special way. In the need of the hour, Shuri stepped up and did really well. She has made her late brother proud. She made her nation proud by battling an even tougher opponent. But how would she fare against her older brother? Did she do well enough to actually be a better Black Panther than T'Challa? We're here to find out exactly that. Before we dive deeper into it, I'd love it if you guys would hit those like and subscribe buttons to support our channel. Okay now, we already know quite a bit about both Shuri and T'Challa, so it would be easy to compare them under certain parameters to see who would emerge victorious. And the first category is intellect.
The structure is polymorphic.
Right, we had to attach each neuron non-sequentially.
Why didn't you just reprogram the synapses to work collectively?
Because we didn't think of it?
I'm sure you did your best.
The MCU is filled with several genius characters, the likes of Hank Pym, Tony Stark, Rocket Raccoon, Bruce Banner, and several others have proven to be extremely smart. Now Reed Richards is ready to enter this league as well. But there are two others who should be added to the list, T'Challa and Shuri. In the comics, T'Challa has a genius-level intellect, which wasn't really proven in the MCU. But Shuri, on the other hand, has always been way ahead in this department. She is currently the smartest person on Earth. She actually enabled T'Challa to be the best version of Black Panther by providing him his cutting-edge nanotech suit. And she is the one to synthetically design a new heart-shaped herb after they were burnt down by Killmonger. T'Challa always made great and efficient usage of the tech provided to him. But Shuri has also done the same. In fact, she has upgraded T'Challa's old suit even further in Wakanda Forever. So she'd obviously take this point fair and square. The score is Shuri 1, T'Challa 0. Now that's a good start for the younger sibling. But don't count T'Challa out just yet, because for the next category, we'll be testing combat ability. When Shuri was the smartest person on the planet, T'Challa was probably the greatest fighter on the planet.
Move, Captain. I won't ask a second time.
He is literally an expert in armed and unarmed combat, having mastered all forms of martial arts, including African and unknown forms. Captain America may be a natural, but T'Challa is just more trained and capable. Even without his powers, he won against M'Baku, who was much bigger than him. He easily won against Hawkeye and proved to be superior against Bucky as well. And he outmaneuvered Killmonger, who had initially won against him.
Hell of a move.
He also went up against Thanos. Shuri's fighting ability has been enhanced with the heart-shaped herb, and it's commendable that she held her own against someone like Namor the Submariner. But still, her skill in combat can't go beyond T'Challa, as she is more reliant on tech. If she were to fight someone without the enhancements of the heart-shaped herb, then she'd surely lose in hand-to-hand combat. So the scores are level now, as this point goes to T'Challa. Up next, we'll be looking at battle experience. Before passing away, T'Challa had been the Black Panther for many years. He had been on multiple stealth missions and hadn't been spotted or heard of. Then, he was involved in the Civil War and dominated against many heroes. He took down Ulysses Klaue. He fought in the Wakandan Civil War and took the throne back. Then he led the battle in Infinity War and provided some substantial support in Endgame. Shuri, on the other hand, only assisted against Klaue and later fought in the Civil War against Killmonger. She was also present in the Endgame battle, and now she has fought successfully against Namor. So even though Shuri has been through multiple battles herself, T'Challa's experience is totally unmatched. His decision-making during a fight and his leadership qualities would prove to be more effective than Shuri's. So I'd say that even this point would go to T'Challa. And with a score of 2-1, the points table also lies in favor of T'Challa. But hold on. The youngster still has a few cards up her sleeve. She can't be counted out just yet, as the next category involves the Black Panther suits. Black Panther has had some of the greatest armors in movie history. Moving from Civil War to Black Panther 1, his suit evolved from a regular vibranium weave mesh to a full-on nanotech armor. The previous vibranium armor absorbed all attacks directed towards it, but the one in Black Panther did way more. It didn't just absorb and store all the kinetic energy directed towards it, but it also unleashed the collected energy in a way that took down multiple enemies at once. So, Black Panther's last armor was really amazing, but Shuri managed to give her new suit an even better upgrade. Look-wise, Shuri's suit represents T'Challa with the silver highlights and King T'Chaka with the gold ones. It is even sleeker and lighter than the previous armors. And at the same time, it seems to have an even hardened vibranium shell because Shuri is able to jump and land from great heights without any harm. So, the durability of this armor is insane. The kinetic energy feature is also apparent in Shuri's suit, but it could deploy an even better offense with the shockwave gauntlets that have been added. Back in Black Panther 1, Shuri designed 2 gauntlets that shot powerful shockwave energy blasts. So, miniature versions of those trademark Shuri gauntlets can also be seen on Shuri's new suit. And the specialty of their shockwaves is that they disable vibranium. Hence, Shuri's suit actually proves to be better than the one T'Challa wore. So with that, Shuri takes this point and the match is tied 2-2. Before moving on to the final category, we must appreciate Shuri's character development. The fact that she has managed to make it this far in the fight without losing is just great. It shows that she should not be underestimated by anyone. Having said that, let's see how she would stand in a one-on-one Black Panther battle. So far, the young blood has given tough competition to her brother. It hasn't been easy for T'Challa to win, as Shuri has shown a lot of promise. There are times when brute force wins most battles, but then there are times when brains prevail over brawn. Batman managed to stand tall against Superman. Tony Stark defeated the Hulk. So even though T'Challa tends to be a much stronger opponent than Shuri, her intellect and tech could allow her to have the upper hand. In fact, many of you would argue that with her new and advanced suit, Shuri stands a strong chance to win in close combat. But you've got to remember that T'Challa is a wily old panther. He is quite smart himself. He has already used vibranium disablers in his own favor. So with his prowess in martial arts, his experience against vibranium disabling weapons, and his willingness to not give up, I'd still say that he will emerge victorious against the current version of Shuri. We've seen him defeat tougher opponents and come out on top time and time again. M'Baku had injured him, and he still won. Killmonger almost killed him, and he still came back to win. Thanos snapped him out of existence, and yet he came back to fight him 5 years later. So, even though Shuri would have a better suit, her will to keep coming back to fight may not be as strong as T'Challa. What she does against Namor is incredible for sure, but T'Challa would handle pressure much better than her. Maybe a more evolved and experienced version of Shuri could get stronger than T'Challa. But for now, T'Challa takes the point and wins this fight 3-2. Tell us in the comments if you agree with our analysis. And once again, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.